There is a black cat now on the field.
Maybe we need to bring the ghost back to get rid of the cat.
Sammy White was fortunate to walk away from that collision, but not all of Tatum's targets were as lucky. Jack will forever be linked to another devastating hit, the one he laid on Darryl Stingley in the 1978 preseason that paralyzed the Patriots receiver. The Oakland safety is still seen as the villain, a bad guy for what he did on the field, an even worse person for what he didn't do often. Andrea Kramer has more about the life of Jack Tatum.
On Sunday, I became what they call the assassin. I was just a tough guy. I was the sheriff in the Raider secondary. A Jack Tatum hit meant that you make a catch, you're going to pay for it. And how you pay for it, you're going to suffer the punishment, a big hit.
On August 12, 1978, Tatum delivered the hit that would make him infamous during a preseason game against the Patriots.
Grogan will put it in the air. Oh, the intended receiver is Darryl Stingley. The man he ran into was Jack Tatum, and Stingley was down.
It was a play that you make 1,000 times in a game or during a season, and you hit a guy, and you always expect him to get up. And Stingley just didn't get up.
Tatum's hit turned Stingley, a budding star wide receiver, into a quadriplegic. Even though no flags were thrown on the play and no fines were levied against Tatum, his motives were questioned. Despite the debilitating injury to Stingley, Tatum did not speak to him or contact him in any way.
Schleister looks at Donnelly. Throws it short. It's intercepted. Charlie Bauman, the middle guard, intercepted it. Schleister looked into the middle of the short man, and he threw it right in Bauman's hands. The first turnover by Ohio State. And we got a big fight going on. The officials buried in the middle. Oh, come on now, quiet down, folks. I think your friend Butch Lambert got caught right in the middle of that melee, too. We'll go back to the hotel. We'll see how many patches Butch has got on it.
He'll have some bruises, but the odds are against him right at this stage.
Boy, it has been a whale of a contest. It was Willie Underwood who was shaken up. And they're checking his teeth. Checking, hope he doesn't have a broken jaw. That's a possibility. He was involved in the melee. The gain by the fullback, Tracy Perry, to the 42 for 3 yards. Clock is running. Now we got an official and Woody Hayes involved here. Tom Cousineau, the All-American linebacker, comes across and says to the people on the sideline, "Why don't you guys cool it?"
That's Lambert there.
As George Hill kind of standing between Woody and the field, and it's going to be another 15-yard penalty against Ohio State, and that one's thrown against the coach.
When I watched that fight, I didn't think a crime was happening.
And Resto not showing any signs of fatigue. He's still throwing punches a mile a minute. Now that bulge under the left eye of Collins has finally opened up.
I just thought he ran into a tough guy with a tough punch, and he took the punch, but man, this guy can hit because of the damage it was doing to Billy's face.
Bruising under both eyes, Billy Collins.
He's in bad shape now, though, Ray.
It has been a brawl. Look at Resto. Now Collins is hurt again.
This fight should be stopped tonight.
He was just pounding.
You did good, son. You're fighting hard out there.
And Collins had all the heart in the world and wouldn't quit.
And the final minute of the fight. Resto continues to wail away. Collins taking a real beating here.
Let me ask you a question. 1983 was the best year of your life?
Yeah.
But also the worst year of your life?
No. That was the best year and the worst night.
Look at this. You don't want to stop with 19, with 17. I bet they get up and give him a big hand to whole place. The end of the fight.
It was by far the biggest beating Collins had ever taken. And when the unanimous decision was announced, a major upset. Panama lifted his fighter high above the garden ring. Resto, the Puerto Rican kid from the Bronx with a mediocre record, had shocked the undefeated Irish Golden Boy. But then, as there always seems to be in boxing, came another part of the story.
When Resto crosses the ring and gives Colin the Judas kiss, as he's turning away, you can see Billy Ray's father's hand.
I don't think Billy Collins Sr., from what he told me, even thought that there might have been something wrong with the gloves until the very end of the fight. Otherwise, he would have pointed it out. It was at the end of the fight, when Resto went over to congratulate him, that he grabbed onto the gloves and held on, and he started screaming for the inspectors, "These gloves, these gloves."
You can't hold it, Commissioner. All the pens on him, damn glove. All the pens on him, goddamn glove.
What's fascinating is to look at who Louis Resto looks at.
Not looking down surprised at the gloves or wondering what's going on or looking at Collins and saying, "What are you talking about?" But immediately turning to his co-conspirator and waving him over. Panama just jumps in and starts yelling, "Those are the gloves you gave us. Those are the gloves you gave us."
The decision was unanimous in favor of Luis Resto, but shortly after the fight, Collins' handlers charged that Resto's gloves had been tampered with, that some of the required padding had been secretly and illegally removed, adding extra impact to Resto's punches. The New York State Athletic Commission apparently was suspicious, and they impounded Luis Resto's gloves.
I saw two pairs of boxing gloves. Two had R on it and two had C on it. I observed a hole in the left and right glove that was marked R. Any layman could tell that the glove was tampered with.
Runner goes at second, pitches in there for a called strike 3. Delmon thought it was high. Darnell McDonald went into third without a throw. B.J. Upton, the trail runner, held it first. And Delmon Young is still staring at the plate, wondering where that pitch was. And he says a word or two, and now he's been tossed from the game. Well, Delmon just threw his bat, and the bat hit the umpire. Oh, boy. That's a bad move by Delmon Young.
Good stiff jab.
That's the jab Mike didn't have in the first fight.
What happened here? He got bit, I think.
Evander Holyfield, look out! He's pushed right here, above us, by Tyson.
He's got bit in the ear.
Oh my goodness, he's got a bloody right ear. Holyfield bit by a dirty Mike Tyson.
I can't believe what I'm seeing.
Well, first he had a parachute drop on him, now he had a heavyweight bind him.
I wonder if we can get that on tape.
Biting Holyfield in the right ear. What a reaction.
Well, and that hurts like hell, but he certainly had a big bite. And it's a dangerous bite.
Oh, disgusting tactics here by Mike Tyson. He did it. He did it. We understand 1 point has been deducted from Tyson for that vicious exhibition.
Now, they could disqualify him, but they've taken a point, that's for sure. Oh, here comes the commissioner now. They got to figure it out.
Well, this is the doctor and the commissioner both taking a look at it.
He bit his ear. He's out. Disqualified. He bit his ear. I can see the bite mark.
Okay. He bit his ear. He's out.
Telling Mark Ratner, head of the commission.
Well, let me ask the doc. He bit his ear. Can he go on?
Yes.
Okay. It's going to be a 2-point deduction. The fight will go on. 2-point.
Mills Lane was ready to stop the fight for Holyfield.
The fight will go on.
Overruled by Flip Pomansky, the doctor, who said
Mills Lane is a take charge kind of guy. He's a judge. He'll take no nonsense.
He was both shit. It's going to cost him 2 points.
My goodness.
That's a thought, Bobby. You got a big, tough judge here.
major controversy here in round 3. A very angry Evander Holyfield now. A left hook.
You know, it's funny. Mike was having his best round.
He did it again. Mike Tyson has bitten Evander Holyfield for the second time, and it is all-out war.
I saw that one. That was right clear. It's a miracle he didn't get bit back.
I'll tell you what, this is unbelievable.
Let's take 2 looks at that one, at that bite. Now here's the bite. Keep your eye on Mike. See, Mike has just, see, look at him. You can see it. You can see it. There it is.
I can't believe what I'm seeing, fellas.
Bobby.
They're going in real slow motion. Mike gets in a headlock. And look at this. He just reaches in and bites him.
It's over. It's over. During that replay, Mills Lane signaling that it's over. I think they've just about had enough. Tyson showing desperation in fighting Holyfield 2 times. Look out now. More fighting in the ring after the end of the fight. Tyson's trying to get at Holyfield again, I believe. It is complete bedlam, and Tyson is just taking swipes at anybody in front of him.
The police are coming in by the squad here, and they're still fighting in there.
It's a fiasco in the ring. People are jumping above us, trying to get in there. There's the security trying to hold Tyson back.
This is the most unbelievable spectacle I have ever seen. The first one was an amazing feat. The second one is disastrous.